Maybe right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well. We got invited to a potluck 3 weeks ago because I went to a mergers and acquisitions event and talked to this older guy, and then we emailed and he invited me to his potluck. So we decided to go.
Because why not?
So we just got out of that potluck. Look at Maggie's face.
Oh, yum.
She was eating a mochi ball. It was great. Really cool. Meeting some different people. Got to meet an entrepreneur who has like a tech company he's working on. A lot of people in the tech industry and people just trying to work on themselves. It was a cool crowd, I thought. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was fun. There was another mom there with a 2-year-old, and little Zoe and little Maggie got together and played. It was really sweet.
Yeah. And the guy that was hosting, Zach, he asked like, hey, like what can we do to like accelerate your business? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. And he's like, well, who would be good people to refer you, and like who could bring you business? And I'm like, probably like web design companies and creative agencies. And he's like, I know a few web design companies. Send me a little paragraph about yourself and I'll introduce you to like 2 of them. So I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Nice.
The main thing is Maggie got to try mochi and she has powdered sugar on her face. It looks really funny. So it's fun. We're just out here exploring life, friends.
Oh, yeah.
I finished my taxes like a month ago, and I just got a tax return that was nice. It was a good tax return because I spent a ton investing into my business last year. So they gave me a great tax return. And so I'm using some of that money to start a profile on Production Hub. It was highly recommended by David Moorfield, so I bought a subscription. It cost $800 for a year. He said he's gotten a lot of work out of it, so if we get one job out of it, then it'll pay for itself. So I put some videos up here, show my gear, gave a description about myself, and got the profile picture and everything. So I'm gonna try this out. And if you don't know what Production Hub is, it's a place where you can find freelancers to help you with film production. And it's a place that creative agencies and people like that will use to find specific people in an industry. So they've got like all of these categories. You can click a super specific one like rigging grips. Bam, click that, and then you can use your location, and bam, you'll find some rigging grips in your area. So pretty powerful website. Excited to try it out. Before I lived in Mississippi, I actually lived in California, and I became friends with an older gentleman who rode mountain bikes almost every day. We met out on the trails one day, and I started riding with him. Eventually, I met his son. I became friends with his son, and I would ride with him too. We stayed friends. I moved away to Mississippi, and now that I'm back, he asked me if he could introduce me to anyone. So I said I'd love to meet some people in the creative agency world if he knows any. And he said, I know 2. So he introduced me to 2, and one of those people jumped on a call with me.
Hey Tommy, how's it going?
Hey Abby. It's going good, thanks.
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
Feels like it should be further along than Tuesday, honestly, but I'm really excited to connect with you, Allie.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to show you what was said during this call because I want to respect the client's privacy. But what happened is I just got to know her. She got to know me. She helped me understand the company. I explained to her my story and how I've grown to where I am. I showed her different pieces of my videos. I told her about my process. I learned that they're actually really interested in a different style of videography because they've been using the same freelancers for a while and their videos are starting to have the same look and they want something fresh. So that's what interests them about me. They're also really interested in drone work, because they're in the agricultural industry, and farmers and people like that, they love drone shots of their fields. So I showed her I do FPV drones, and it makes for great shots. And I showed her examples of that, and she really liked that, and that really grabbed her attention. And then I just told her my story and what my journey has been like, and showed her how different videos of mine have performed. And yeah, that was pretty much the call. And then she ended with these words.
Well, this has been super, super helpful for me. I've really appreciated learning a little bit more about your process, and think there's definitely going to be some work in the pipeline that we might be able to partner on in 2024. So that's really great. My next step is I'll kind of summarize our chat and give it to our director of creative, our creative director, and likely she'll reach out and just want to connect with you so you guys can kind of talk a little bit more. But I think this would be an excellent fit, and kind of maybe something we don't currently have within our partners. We don't have any particular shoot right now that I'm thinking of, but we've had a little bit of a slower Q1 with the new business, but are anticipating that to pick up. So there'll definitely probably be some Q3 opportunities here.
Awesome. I find what she said there just so fascinating. We love to work with you. We have work coming, but we don't have it right now. We're in quarter one right now of the year, so which is months 1 to 3. But by the third quarter of the year, which is months 6 to 9, we're expecting to have some work that we would love you to shoot. So as a freelancer, we don't usually think like that. At least I don't. I'm usually just thinking about where my next shoot is coming from to pay the bills and to keep creating, But creative agencies like these, they're thinking 6 months out, maybe even a year, 2 or 3, even more. So building relationships like this, it seems more about the long run than just short run quick things. And I just find that so fascinating. I want to give a shout out to Cabin 19 Films. He just reached out, introduced himself. He's a DP from Los Angeles who does documentary and commercial work. And his work is just gorgeous. Look at this. Look at those shots. Man, I love it. So, dude, thanks for reaching out. Your work is just gorgeous. Keep it up. If you guys want to follow him, Cabin 19 Films. He's from LA, but it sounds like he travels around. Really talented guy. This is pretty cool. After getting set up on Production Hub and having a premium account that looks like this, Production Hub has actually started emailing me leads. I got 2 today. One for someone looking for a videographer in San Francisco, and another one for someone looking for a one-man camera shoot next month. So I was able to reach out to both of those. It gave me the phone number on one of them and the email on the other. So I was able to reach out to both of them. Then I heard about this website called Staff Me Up. And it turns out that there's actually a good amount of people posting jobs in the area where they're looking for DPs or things like that, or videographers, camera ops. You see their rates and what they're looking to shoot, and then you can reach out to them and apply for those. This one I didn't even need to do a premium account to reach out to a few people. So I'm trying that. I don't know how the leads on this will go. So I'm trying to reach out to a few people through here. But it's pretty cool that Production Hub feeds you leads. They're like, hey, someone in your area is looking for this. And they'll give you their contact info. So that's pretty cool. Reaching out and seeing what happens. I was just enjoying this awesome lens review from CVP when I got hit with an ad from a local realtor.
Hey guys, Gwen here with the GC Realty Group at Antero, Burlington. If you're a would-be home buyer...
Basically, he goes on to give a market update to people who are interested in buying a home in this area. And he gives some interesting statistics and things like that. But what I'm noticing is the quality is really poor. It looks like he just set up an iPhone in his office and just shot it himself, which kudos to him for just going out and doing something. But the quality is pretty low, and quality and how you present yourself reflects on your product. So anyways, I went to his website and checked it out, and he had an introductory video about himself.
Hey guys, Gwen here with Antero.
Same thing, just looks like he shot it on an iPhone in an echoey room, and he's got another video.
Do you get tired of just thinking about all the things that you have to do when...
free ebook. So I basically see he's got great ideas, but he could use help producing these so that they look more professional. Now, I don't know if he has budget for it or if he even wants that, but I know that he has good ideas and he values video. So realtor emails are easy to get. So I just found his email and then I wrote up a message, told him I saw his ad on YouTube. I liked it. I like that he has ideas and that he tries things. And if he'd ever like to step up the production, I'd be happy to help with it. And I'm local. So here's what my website here's what my website looks like, what my work looks like. And keep it up, man. You're doing good. So it's just a little positive message and a little nudge. Like if you want to step that up, we could do it. Interesting way to reach out to people, huh? There's something missing from my gear package. I've got an A-roll camera, B-roll camera, FPV drone, audio package. A lot of details in all of those. But no lighting. And I didn't think I needed lighting until I recently joined Production Hub. And I got to see the other competition out there. And then I got to see people listing jobs and I got to see what people are looking for. And so often, they're looking for one-man bands to help with interviews. And one of the main things about an interview is you need some good lighting. And I was figuring I would just rent that, what I needed. But then I just keep seeing it more and more and more, and I'm realizing it would be really, really great to have some good lighting that I can just grab and go. And I had some resources come in thanks to a nice tax refund, and I talked with my wife and we decided to reinvest it right away into some good lighting. This is what we went for. Aperture 600D, Aperture Light Dome 3, and then I'm going with the Kupo baby kit stand with square legs because I don't want a C-stand, and this looks about the closest thing to a C-stand that's not a C-stand, and people seem to love it. I want something that will fit in my car easier. So hopefully I won't have to end up using a C-stand because those things are just annoying. But yeah, going with this setup. And then I have some great hair lights by Stella Pro. I have a friend letting me borrow 3 of them for the next 6 months. So I've got a great key light now and then great hair light. And I think that should be a great basic setup. And so that takes my package from looking like that to looking like this. Now we have A cam, B cam, interview lighting, audio, FPV drone. We got the whole package. So I'm really excited about that. I was starting to feel a little insecure sending this out because I was just aware that there's no lighting on there and people looking for the one-man band might notice that too. So this feels very well rounded out to me. Shout out to my wife who just has a lot of faith in me. And the reason I went with the 600D Pro is mainly because of actually this shoot I did a little while back. This guy looked great, but then the next guy that came in was black, and we didn't have enough light to properly expose for his skin because we were using 2 300Ds. We had a 300D here and a 300D here. So white dude looks fine, but as soon as you have a darker skin tone, like it just was not enough. And even with him, I would have liked it even brighter. We had to brighten it in post. So, and I've had other scenarios where 300Ds weren't enough. So the 600D is just awesome, and it's priced really nicely right now, 600D Pro. And yeah, you can adjust it in 0.1 increments, which is great. So excited to use this. It'll be like my main light. This is what my website was looking like. I just talk about my story a little bit. Documentary style videos I like to make, and then it is pretty documentary focused. And then we have some commercial stuff down here. Instead of just leaving it at that, I've decided to add in a bunch of interviews to emphasize that we can do interviews. And then also mention it too, interviews. And so now we scroll down, we've got a new interview there. We've got another interview here for the Mississippi Department of Health. Also, I had some drone videos that I never had showed before. So this is a cool one for Visit Corinth. This was another one for Visit Hattiesburg. And that's pretty much it. But those are some videos I never added in before because I felt like they were okay. They weren't my best work. But because they're just interviews, and I thought interviews are kind of boring, and I didn't know if people would be interested in them. But it seems like they are. So I am working to emphasize that I do interviews more. And this is one of the ways that I'm doing it. That you land on my website, you scroll down a little bit, and you see interviews. Also emphasizing that I've got camera, lighting, and audio, because that's what you would need for an interview.
You've reached my cell phone voicemail. Thanks very much for calling. Please leave a message and I will get back to you just as soon as I can. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey Jim, this is Tommy Beal. Jeff gave me your number and gave us a little email introduction. So, I guess he referred me to you, and then I found your number on your website. I think he forgot to send me your number. But anyways, small world. I guess you and I used to go to the same church together, which is pretty funny. But just looking to connect with you. Jeff won a video giveaway that I did at a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and he'd like to give it to you. So would love to talk some ideas with you. See what we can do. Anyways, give me a call when you get a chance, and we'll connect. All right, have a good one. Bye.